It protects us from dangers, real or imagined. This is very important. Subconscious mind does not differentiate between reality and imagination. Anything you imagine powerfully is reality for subconscious mind. This is basis of many fears and phobias and all those things that will occur. So subconscious mind protects. If you go too close to that edge of a cave, you get fear and you back off. This is your protective mind protecting you from the danger. But sometimes our subconscious mind protects us from the danger in a way that maybe it shouldn't. For example, I just gave you, it protected you from no security by asking you to smoke. But that's the way it comes. The last part of the conscious mind is negative part of us. Though enormously powerful, our subconscious mind is very lazy. It just does not like to do the work that is required for us to change in a positive way. It likes to keep things the way they are, status quo. And making your subconscious mind to accept suggestions of positive change is one of the most difficult tasks. Because it requires a lot of effort. On the other hand, negative suggestion enter your subconscious mind like a hot knife through the butter. It does not require any effort. Let me show you how it works. Let's take a heavy person. He's just coming out of the shower, toppling off, stands in front of the mirror and looking at himself. What do you think he must be saying to himself? Oh boy, I'm fat. Now this idea of suggestion goes to the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind analyzes it and says, oh yeah, this matches with the programming that I have of you. And it also matches with the perception of you that I have. So this thought or idea becomes stronger in the subconscious mind and the person becomes heavy. He becomes put on more. But if you take the same person, make him stand in front of the mirror and make him say, I'm thin, I'm slim, I'm trim, I'm healthy. Now this idea or thought goes to the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind says, no, this does not match with the programming and this does not match with the perception. The suggestion is rejected and there is no effect of it. So you say, how do the suggestions go to the subconscious mind? Now before that, you must understand that any suggestion, any thought or any idea that you give yourself or you receive from outside source is accepted by your subconscious mind, then it must happen. There is no ifs or buts. You are changing the programming of this computer. This has to respond to this new information. This is very important for you, very critical for you to understand. When you change the programming, this does not have any ability to reject anything. Whatever you put in, you will accept and it will be back. In the same way, your subconscious mind also, when any thought or idea is accepted, that must happen. But it's not that easy. Let me tell you how it works. Let's say you are a smoker, anybody who is a smoker, he decides today that nothing in this, I want to stop smoking and nothing is going to stop me from ending this habit. Now, your conscious mind says, yeah, that's good. I like it. I'm totally with you. You won't develop emphysema, you won't develop heart and blood vessel disease. I totally agree with you. I'm totally supporting you. But for you to become non-smoker, this idea must go down in the computer. Okay, your subconscious computer. You must change the programming. And this is where the problem is. Because no matter how much you think consciously you want to be a non-smoker, it's not going to act. This idea of thought must enter into the subconscious mind. So, but there is a problem. There is one more part of the conscious mind that I didn't tell you. This is critical faculty. I'm sorry, this is really little dim here, but this is critical faculty. Critical faculty is a part of the conscious mind that is under control of subconscious mind. It's kind of employee of subconscious mind. Every Friday, subconscious creates its page and it has only one job to do. And that is to stop, like a traffic red light, only any suggestions of positive change that tries to enter into your subconscious mind. So when you try to set the suggestions down, I'm a non-smoker, I'm going to be a non-smoker for the rest of my life, this critical faculty comes. Okay. So when you try to set the suggestion down, there is communication between this part of the conscious mind that we call critical factor and the subconscious mind. Critical factor says, hey, this person wants to stop smoking. Should I set the suggestion down? So it says, wait a minute, this person has been smoking since last 15 years. And everything I have to change, I have to reprogram everything. It's awful, lot of work. I just don't feel like doing it. It's lazy, I just don't feel like doing it. Reject that suggestion. I don't know why accept it. So that suggestion is rejected by the critical factor. And now there is only one place that suggestion can go. And that is to the willpower. And we know how long willpower is. How many times we are on diets and how many times we have tried to stop smoking. Now the question arises, then how do we get the suggestions down? Here, you understood what conscious and subconscious mind is and how suggestions is processed at your normal fashion. So to make your subconscious mind accept suggestions of positive change, we use something called hypnosis. What hypnosis does is, it bypasses the critical factor of the conscious mind. Instead of giving your critical factor 100 drugs and sending it to McDonald's and telling you when to come back. So the way to the subconscious is open. Now most of the people who are ignorant about hypnosis think this is all what hypnosis is. The critical factor is out of way. We can put any suggestions that we want in your subconscious mind. But if that's what all hypnosis was, that's how the stories you might have heard, like I can control you, or I can make you do things against your wish or desire, something like that. Maybe true. But God did not leave us that vulnerable. He has given you more protection than you can. But up to this point, everything I told you is true. The critical factor is bypassed. The door to the subconscious mind is open. So, as soon as your critical factor is bypassed, what happens is you go into deep level of hypnosis. But when you are in hypnosis, it's not what you expect it to be. Because when we use relaxation kind of hypnosis, physically you may be very relaxed. But mentally, your conscious mind is much more alert than you are right now. In fact, in deeper level of hypnosis, your conscious mind becomes 200 to 300% more alert than you are at this moment right now. All your senses become hundreds of times more strong. Smell, taste, touch, everything becomes hundreds of times more stronger than at normal level of awareness. So what happens is your conscious mind takes a different role. It kind of stands in place of critical factor, protecting you at the gate. It's kind of largely protecting you at the gate. So when you are in hypnosis, you are aware of your surroundings. You hear everything what hypnotists say. You know everything what's going on around you. Only difference is that your conscious mind takes a different role. He doesn't stand guard. He doesn't interfere. And when the suggestions are given, you hear those suggestions very loud and clear. Now, this is very important point here to understand. That when you hear the suggestion, you hear the now you understand that clearly and completely with your conscious mind. And you can take 4 attitudes about the suggestions. And what attitude you take determines whether the suggestion is allowed to enter your subconscious mind and the change that you want begins, or the suggestion is completely rejected when there is no effect on it. The 4 attitudes is, the first one is, when you hear the suggestion, you say, well, I like the suggestion, I want to it work, I know it's going to work. If you are, like stop smoking, and I say, from today you are a non-smoker, you say, yeah, I want to be that, I like that suggestion, I want it to work. That suggestion is completely accepted, and you start becoming a non-smoker. But unfortunately, there are 3 more options that we have. Consciously, you may think there is like attitude that this suggestion that I gave you may be uncomfortable, or maybe probably against your morals or religions or something like that. Any suggestion that I gave you, feel a little bit uncomfortable, little bit just not very good, the suggestion is immediately rejected. Is not allowed to enter the subconscious mind, and there is no change. The next attitude is when we hear the suggestion, you are neutral. Well, if it acts fine, it does not act fine, I'm not bothered. You're not bothered. Suggestion is rejected. The last attitude that you take that causes more people to fail with hypnosis, if they do fail, and that when you hear the suggestion, you say, man, I like the suggestion, but I hope it works. You know, the word hope is translated of word try. Hope and try for subconscious make automatic fail. Anything you hope to do, you're not going to do a good job. So any suggestions accepted with the hope and try is rejected. So let me give you some truth about hypnosis. I'm not a hypnotist, and I don't think I ever could be. Because there is only one type of hypnosis, and there was and there will be. And that is all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. You don't need to enter into this beautiful state of physical relaxation and mental alertness. Neither you need me to give you suggestions that you want to for positive change. The only reason you are here because you don't know how to do it. But we teach it every day, and it's the easiest thing in the world. Anybody can learn. So I'm not a hypnotist, because if I say I'm a hypnotist, then you think like I can do something to you, or you may have to respond in a certain way to me, but that's not true. All I could be is your guide. If you allow me to be your guide, I can help you to go to this beautiful state of hypnosis. I can help you to stay there till the work is done. But if anytime you feel even slightest discomfort or you want to come out, just your thinking will bring you up. You are at your normal state of awareness. You don't need my permission to come here. I'm just your guide. So, in hypnosis, you allow things to happen. If you allow me to be your guide, then you get into hypnosis. And if you accept those suggestions with correct mental attitude, then only it is going to work for you. So this is what hypnosis is. Hypnosis is 100% consent research. Anyone can enter hypnosis, whereas the IQ is about 70. Okay, how fast? Just like this. Only reason that it stops you from entering hypnosis is that you don't want to be hypnotized. The second is you have some fears or misconceptions about hypnosis. So I'm going to talk a little bit about fears and misconceptions about hypnosis. The first, most people think that hypnosis is sleep. When you are hypnotized, you are asleep. But you can, as I told you, if you are 200 to 300% more alert when you are in hypnosis, when you are right now, then it is the farthest you can go from the sleep in this lifetime. So hypnosis does not have anything to do with the sleep. Some people say, hypnotist control me, he can make me do things against my morals of religion or something like that. But that's because the reason for attitude, mental attitudes. What attitude you take determines which suggestion you allow to enter. So, if you don't want something to happen, that will not happen. That's it. Some people say, what if I won't wake up from hypnosis? Like going to hypnosis and then I won't wake up. Well, you wake up from only one thing, and that is sleep. When you are not asleep, you won't wake up. The term we use is emerge from hypnosis. You can emerge from hypnosis any moment. The slightest thought when you are at your normal awareness. No, you don't need permission of hypnotist to come out. Okay?
You are going to mention something about it uses in day-to-day life.
Okay, uses that. Fine. Use. Right? I'm a doctor, so I will talk about therapeutic uses of hypnosis. Hypnosis can be used for